basically seemed like he was covering for Margaret, or the woman that assaulted me, because he lied about a few things that happened that was proven on the videotape.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into the interview. Give me the name of the police department again, and then just tell me your story, and I'll ask a few questions as we go along the way.
Okay, the Newcastle County Police Department in Newcastle, Delaware.
Okay, and tell me how this event started. How did you end up in contact with the police?
My brother had assaulted me at the house that we lived in with my parents. My parents weren't there at the time, and I called the police because I was afraid. He's 26 years old. He's in the military. I'm 95 pounds. I was frightened, basically. So I called the police. The police got there. They listened to both sides of our story, and the fact was that my brother had scratches on him as well from me trying to defend myself. And so because of the fact that he had scratches on him as well, he said that the police officer informed us that we both needed to be brought down to the station. When I got down to the station, they immediately took me to the hospital because of the injuries I sustained because of my brother. And that took about 2 or more hours before I got back. I went back into the cell, and I was waiting for about another 2 hours, and at the hospital they'd given me sedatives and stuff because I'm already on alprazolam for anxiety, and so it put me to sleep basically. So I slept for an hour or two, and I woke up and I basically wanted to know what time it was, and I knocked on the cell door, and they came to me once, and they were like, "Look, if you keep banging like that, we're just going to keep you here all night." And I was stupid enough to knock again, and the next officer that came in, I was standing inside the cell, not by the doorway, not a foot out of the doorway. I was at least 2 feet back from the doorway, and the police officer, Margret Ellwein, rushed in with her hand straight forward and grabbed me by the neck and threw me against the wall. And she said to me that if you think this is bad right now, believe me, honey, I can make your life a living hell.
Now, when she grabbed when she grabbed you, you hadn't done anything more than to knock on the window.
No. She said that I was slamming on the window, but still, whether or not she assumed that was slamming or not or banging, I don't believe that gives her the right to put her hands around my neck. I had bruises for the next week of fingerprints around my neck. I got a bloody lip because she slammed my head so hard against the wall. I had to go to the hospital a second time that night because of that incident.
Okay, so she got physical with you by grabbing you and slamming your head into a wall, and the only thing you had done up to that point was you had knocked on the glass to some extent to get their attention to find out what time it was.
Yeah, they were saying I was being unruly, which, okay, fine, I was being unruly, I guess. I didn't think I was, but I've never been arrested before. I've never done anything. I've never gotten into any trouble.
So what? I think I understand what you're saying. Your point is that whatever you did didn't merit her putting her hands on you.
I ended up with a bloody lip. I ended up with bruises on my neck. I ended up having to go to a women's correctional. I was tased 3 times. I was tased 3 times, not once, not twice, 3 times.
You mean during the same incident?
Yes, during the same incident.
Well, tell me what happened after she threw you into the wall. Then, did it get worse? Did it progress to something more serious?
Well, she proceeded to try and after she had got me against the wall and stuff, there's a cement bench there, and she proceeded to bring my body my torso, my stomach down towards the cement bench so she could handcuff been tased. And I'd never been tased before, and just out of gut reaction, I pulled it out. Like, I shouldn't have done that, but
So
then they tased me again. They tased me 2 more times after that. And the thing was, I was already on my stomach with my hands behind my back.
and all you had done that started this series of events was to knock on the glass to request information about what time it was.
Yes.
Did they give you a chance to back? I mean, did they give you a way out of this, or were they just taking it forward regardless in terms of the escalation?
Here's what happened. When they tased my leg, it jolted out, and she said that my leg hit her face, and she wanted to press assault charges against me.
And are they moving? Are they moving forward with doing that?
The thing is, the case is already settled. She wanted to go to press assault charges and resisting arrest, but my lawyer threatened her that if she didn't drop the assault charges, that we would take it to the Supreme Court and show the video. So she dropped it to a resisting arrest because she herself had seen the video.
Do you have a copy of the video?
I don't have a copy of the video, but my lawyer does.
Okay. And you do want to move forward with your complaint against her, correct?
Yes.
All right. The video is going to be critical to that effort. Does your attorney know that you're filing a complaint, or does it matter to you? You're going to file it anyway?
No, he doesn't know, but I want to follow it anyway.
Okay. Okay, my advice is
literally, to this point, I'm terrified of police officers. Like, they literally really scare me now.
I understand. This had a serious impact on you. I
don't think it's right that I got resisting arrest and I'm on probation for a year.
And the most that you did you ever do anything to resist arrest other than what they said that you did, meaning that you touched the glass or you knocked on the glass?
No. I stayed in my cell. What could I have done that would warrant anything like that?
Well, frankly, I don't see any grounds for the charge. What did they say you were doing to resist? Not letting them handcuff you after they tasered you?
Well, I kept pulling the tasers out.
Well, I only can speak from my experience as a cop. I've tasered people. I've seen people in situations do all sorts of things when they get tasered. There isn't any, one reaction. And considering that you had never been arrested before and you were, to some degree, in a level of shock, the fact that you would pull a taser out doesn't give me grounds for a resisting arrest charge. Had you tried to break out of the handcuffs, escape, that sort of thing, kicked an officer?
No, I was already in a cell. Like, if you look at the video, I'm like sitting. I'm on the concrete bench, curled up in a ball in a corner, just begging them to stop.
I would like to see the video. What's the name of the police department is Newcastle in Delaware?
Yeah, the Newcastle County Police Department in Delaware.
Okay. I'm going to forward your recorded statement to a colleague, and I'm going to ask him to immediately put in a FOIA request for that video. Is your attorney put in a request for the same video? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think he would release a copy to you, and if not, I'll just proceed by getting it myself?
I'm really not sure. My dad dealt with the attorney.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to try to get a copy of the video, and once we have it, we will put the two together. I just want to tell you, I do feel very badly for you. I understand what you're going through, and we're going to try to get you some additional help. I'm going to stop the recording here, if you don't mind. Is there anything else you want to tell me about the incident that I haven't already asked you?
No, I think that's pretty much covered.
Okay.